the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste.
Last time, we faced the Duke Blue Devils up against the Cleveland Cavaliers to see if the best team in the NCAA could beat the worst team in the NBA. And Duke ended up doing very, very well against the Cavs. If you haven't watched that video already, I'll link it down in the description below. So we're actually going to be taking Duke and putting them in the NBA with their own NBA team. So here we go. We got the Duke Blue Devils out here. We got Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett, and Cam Reddish on our starting lineup right here. The big three, as well as Trey Jones. He's another really solid point guard. He's kind of underrated right now because he's playing with these three amazing players, so he doesn't get all the recognition that he should. And then going through the rest of the Duke roster, nobody really too crazy on the team. Alex O'Connell's name actually has to be Alex O'Connell, just because for some reason 2K thinks O'Connell is some sort of swear word or something. I'm not exactly sure, but just going through the team here, and then we just have a reserve player because there's nobody else to fill up the bench. And a huge shout out to the person who actually created this roster. I'll leave it on screen right now. You can actually go download their NCAA 2K19 roster to get all the college teams. And if we actually get 750 likes on this video, I will release the Duke Blue Devils roster with the rest of the NBA roster. So it's Duke and then the rest of the NBA. Anyways, let's just get right into the season, see how Duke will end up doing. Also, don't forget to check out my Instagram. Okay, so we made it to the end of the season with Duke. They went 42-40. MVP going to Westbrook. We're going to see if any of our players end up getting any awards. Zion Williamson with Rookie of the Year, averaging 22.9 points, 12 rebounds, 5.2 assists, and 1.8 steals and 2.2 blocks. He might get Defensive Player of the Year with those steals and blocks. That is actually really, really good. But it's going to be Giannis with the Defensive Player of the Year. In terms of stats, I mean, Zion doing a little better than Giannis there. Aaron Gordon gets Most Improved. Steve Kerr with Coach of the Year, 65 and 17. And Zion actually makes the All-NBA first team. He's up to an 84 overall. So definitely improving a lot for Zion. Let's see if anybody else made it on our team. And no, it's just going to be Zion. He also does not make the All-Defensive team. But then on the All-Rookie team, check this out. We got Zion, Trey Jones, and Cam Reddish all on the All-Rookie first team. So RJ Barrett is actually on the second team. So Trey Jones actually having a little better of a year than RJ Barrett. All these guys improving in overalls though. So this team is actually shaping up to be very, very good. Check out our overalls here. Everybody getting really, really good. And if you actually check out on the right-hand side here, Duke with the 6th seed in the East. So they end up making playoffs. So very good season by them. Let's just check out the conference standings. The 6th seed right here, 42-40. Actually really close behind like the Celtics, who they have to face off, is the 3rd seed. So Duke might actually have a pretty good chance to move on. I just want to see who the leading scorers on the team was. So it was Zion, and then Trey Jones was our next best scorer on the team. Then it was Cam Reddish, Joey Baker, and RJ Barrett. Quite a ways down the list. I thought he would have done a lot better than how he actually did. So very surprising there. All these guys pretty good steal stats as well. And then of course we got our players at the bottom who did not play really throughout the whole season. I mean, there's only a few guys that are really, really good. But our starting lineup is... Okay, no. RJ Barrett is started. He just didn't perform as that good. RJ Barrett, kind of seen as that number one draft pick going into this college season, but doing the worst out of all of the big three on the Duke, and even doing worse than Trey Jones, who actually stepped it up a lot this year. In terms of steals, Zion was actually 6th on the leaderboards. And then for blocks, Zion had the 3rd most blocks in the league in this season. I'm actually very surprised he didn't get like a Defensive Player award. In terms of scoring though, Zion was 18th, so quite a ways down the list. But let's just hop right into the playoffs now, up against the Boston Celtics in the first round. Boston ends up getting the first game. Let's see if Duke can at least get a few games here. Game number 2 goes to Duke. Game 3 is going to be Duke winning again. They're up 2-1 against the Boston Celtics. 3-1 against the Celtics right now. If they beat the Celtics, that would be absolutely insane. And they do. Duke 4-1 against the Boston Celtics. This does not make much sense. The Celtics have Kyrie. I mean, all their players are just better than the Duke starters. Like the Duke, they don't even have high overalls on this game. They're just, I don't know why they're performing so well together. They beat the Boston Celtics in the first round. So let's simulate the rest of this first round. It's going to be the Raptors against Duke in the second round. So a very hard challenge for Duke right here. Of course, the Raptors don't really lose in this game. Raptors are going to get a 2-0 lead. It is going to be a 3-0 lead, and this might be it. And then hopping into game number 5 here, Duke completely getting blown out. I just want to play the rest of the game with Duke to see how their players are. Raptors scoring right there. Zion Williamson, number 7, for some reason. They always get the numbers messed up when I actually come into this. I'm going to try to get a screen here. I want to see if I can get inside.
We've got D. Jones is out there with J.
Layup. Oh my gosh.
ABC, and it's Williamson in at the 4.
Look at that layup by Zion. So that is going to be game right there. Duke ends up losing in the second round of the playoffs, which is actually really good. A college team, and they managed to get to the second round, and they had to face the Toronto Raptors. So that's going to be hard in real life, and it's going to be even harder to do in NBA 2K. But obviously, maybe it wouldn't turn out this way in real life. I mean, Duke has a really good starting unit, but their backups, I'm not completely sure would do the job in the actual NBA. But that's going to be it for this video. Let's just find out who ends up winning the NBA championship here. If it's going to be Raptors or if the Warriors are going to win. And then Toronto Raptors have been eliminated by the Bucks. And it is going to be OKC in the finals as well. And OKC winning the championship. Russell Westbrook beating out Kevin Durant there. But there you go, guys. The Duke Blue Devils end up making it into the second round of the NBA playoffs when they have their own NBA team. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to smack that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. This has been your boy Smequle, and I will see you next time. Peace.
Never in the same space that we started at. Throw the ball, I run the play like a quarterback. I've been up all night trying to make a stack, trying to get a plaque and flip a dream into a solid fact. Hustled hard for it. One day they will notice. Chasing in the day.